Daniel here. I am the creator of the relationship model of addiction. And I'm going to talk today, I've been talking about and will continue talking about the 51-49% factor, which is a key principle in my paradigm and my understanding of relationships. The 51-49% factor goes like this. In every relationship, there are two relationships. One with you and one with me. The 51-49% factor has to do with the optimal balance between your relationship with yourself and your relationship with other. The idea is that you maintain your relationship with yourself as always the dominant relationship. You're putting more time, attention, energy on your own experience and your own needs and taking care of yourself, coming from within yourself. Okay, that being said, today I want to focus more about the 49%, the remaining 49%. So we're shifting the attention away from your relationship with yourself and focusing on your relationship with the other, that 49%. So what am I talking about with that 49%? The 49% has to do with the amount of interest, attention, and energy that is coming back and forth between you and the other person. So it has to do with the amount of interest and attention, energy and focus that you have on the other person, and the interest, attention, and energy the other person has on you. And you feel it, this exchange, and you act accordingly. Either move closer or move further apart, or feel closer or feel more disconnected. So a couple of more pieces of this, some practices to practice this, the 49% factor. I have a great practice for you. There are 4 aspects of the exchange of energy that goes on in this 49% zone, and one of them I call, actually 2 of the 4, I call unconditional interest. Unconditional interest is that you're looking for, you want to monitor your own and you're looking for the other's unconditional interest. That means their interest in life, their interest in being with you, their purpose in life, and their presence, just being with you right now, whether they like you or hate you, whether they're attracted or not attracted to you. You're looking for a modicum, a minimum level, a constant level of unconditional interest, just in everything in life that's not personal. So whenever you're relating to someone, do a little check for your own unconditional interest and the other's unconditional interest, because these are areas where you can go off on, you could talk and you could relate from what you're most passionate about, what your purpose is in life, what makes you tick, what floats your boat, what turns you on, is independent of you and the other person. And you could always talk about that. And you could also talk about, when you see it in the other person, their unconditional interest, what turns them on, what floats their boat, and it gives you an inroad into talking to them about what's important to them so they could feel seen and gotten and that you're interested in them. So this unconditional interest is a very important factor in terms of, I think it's a sign of general health and well-being. If someone's just interested in everything, they're not depressed, they're not anxious, they're just able to be in life joyfully. And then, so you have the unconditional interest on both sides, to always be aware of that, so to practice awareness, checking that and looking at it, because it's a way in to the conversation. Then the other 2 kinds of interest for you to consider, to be aware of, to gauge, because you're going to respond accordingly, and that is personal interest. So personal interest has to do with, when you're with this other person, how much interest do you feel is coming at you? Are they really interested in getting to know what your experience is and getting to know you? Are they really putting attention on you and their energy out into this exchange with you that becomes more personal in nature? This is not unconditional. This is more of a personal kind of exchange and a personal kind of connection that gets generated with a rapport. So you're doing it, you're checking yourself. So if I'm with you, I'm aware how interested am I in you, and what is the substance, what is the content, what am I getting from you? Is it juicy? Is it alive? Is it drawing me closer to you? Am I becoming more interested and wanting to know more? Or am I not getting anything? Is it kind of dead and inert and I'm spacing out and I'm not as interested? And the same goes for, so how much interest is coming at you, and also how much interest, personal interest, do you have in the other person? So if I'm feeling like I'm connected and I'm talking about myself and the other person isn't really interested in me, I'm not getting a lot of personal interest, I'm not getting a lot of understanding, I'm not getting heard, I'm not feeling gotten, there's going to be less incentive to want to continue that kind of relationship. So you're looking for personal interest, you in the other person and the other person in you. And these are the 4 areas for you to kind of keep track of, monitor. And again, this is for the purpose of engagement, because when you are aware of these areas, each one is like a door you open, and all kinds of questions and all kinds of discoveries can be made when you relate from that awareness of unconditional interest in each other, your own and the others, and personal interest coming at you and going towards the other person, and work off of that. So this is now, again, we're wrapping this up. It's a 51-49% factor. We're talking today about the 49%. What goes on between you and the other person, the exchange, the substance of it and the quality of it. Okay? So until next time, be well, and remember, the quality of your relationships is the quality of your life.